After seeing Zilliqa boom towards the upside just a few days ago, now today we're seeing a push back down. But I'm here to tell you that that's very positive for Zilliqa if it can do a number of things, which we're going to cover in today's video. I'm going to look at where Zilliqa could be heading later on into 2022. So guys, looking at the Zilliqa price, we can see that we were in this downtrend and ultimately broke out of this downtrend just back on the 20th of April. And we've shot towards the upside, but every time we have these impulsive moves towards the upside, we will always be back to retest, and it's usually because we're hitting Fibonacci lines across here, which we'll take a look at later on. But what's key to see right now is that if we look back previously, guys, we want to look at previous lines of resistance, previous lines of support. And this is not necessarily just a single line, although people talk about lines of resistance. It's actually like a kind of a box, right? So we're going to draw a box on here of the key areas to pay attention to. And the reason I've drawn it like this, guys, is actually we look along the bottom, we've got where we got wicks, and then along the top, you can see again, we're wicking up here, again, we wick through it, and ultimately this for me is a pretty solid line where things are happening in the Zilliqa price. But when we have a break through a box like this, guys, we're always looking for it to come back and retest the box. If you're into day trading, guys, you don't really want to be trading these breakouts like this. You want to be waiting for it to come back, hit a level where we're seeing wicks like this, and it's coming back to retest like it's doing right now. And yeah, you might have just been, previously you might have just looked at a line like this, and you might have a stop loss under here. By now you would already be out the trade. But realistically, I'm still waiting for an entry on Zilliqa because I'm waiting for the retest, and we're still in that process. This is on a 4-hour chart. We can see that we are now looking back into this box. And because we haven't dropped out the bottom side of this box, in my opinion, we could well be seeing some sort of consolidation. And when we have a big bullish momentum candle towards the upside, that is when I will be looking to take my trade. You can see that this area previously had lots of wicks coming into it. We broke this previous resistance with this big impulsive move. We're now retesting. You can see as well what's good to see on this 4-hour is this wick here, which is showing that this bullish candle is starting to lose momentum, which shows that this bearish candle here is losing momentum. The bulls are stepping in to push the Zilliqa price towards higher levels. Can we see a good 4-hour candle closing above this high level here? That's going to give me an idea that we are looking to get involved in that Zilliqa trade. In terms of where we bounced off of, guys, well, we actually need to zoom out a little bit further to where it's seen its highs and seen its lows over the past year or so. This is actually back on February 22nd. You can see dropping from swing low all the way up to swing high that we come and we draw up very key levels, which is showing on the chart here. And perfectly, we ran into this line here, which is the 0.5, and that's around 13.2 cents. Will we see a push beyond that? If we don't hold this purple box of support, guys, then we're going to come down. We're going to retest this level. Probably, guys, if that happens again, then we've got our box on drawn again. We're looking for breakouts, retests at key areas before we're entering into trades. So right now, Zilliqa hanging in the balance. We're looking for a 4-hour close above this level. This is on the 4-hour chart, guys. There's no telling exactly when that's going to happen. But all we need to know is that it might happen, and if it does happen, then what's going to happen next will be something that's quite exciting. Because if that does happen, guys, we are able to break beyond this green line, which is at 13.2 cents. The next target is all the way up here at 15.5 cents, which might not sound much in terms of a move, but from current price levels, you're then looking at a 24% price increase for Zilliqa. In the shorter term, I'm going to use the Fibonacci from this swing high here after this big pullback, and then we can look at where we're going to potentially be looking to go. You can see 0.786 here is where we've taken resistance, and now we've dropped down to lower levels, retesting the 618. As I've said, closing above this purple box, guys, will push us above the 618 and ultimately give us an indication that we might be moving in the other direction, but an indication, not a guarantee. Not that anything's guaranteed, but things are more likely than not. But there are indicators or indications that are going to show us what could potentially be the most likely scenario. As I've said, bouncing off the 618, breaking here the 786, and then pushing on will give us a price target up here, 1.618. which is 16 cent, guys, 34%. If we look back previously, guys, you can see that the 1.618 on this pullback did offer a bit of resistance before being pushed back down. So this could be a very substantial level for for Zilliqa to break through in the shorter term. But ultimately, guys, looking back through time, this was March last year when we saw Zilliqa absolutely booming all the way up to 25 cents. We then had this huge wick towards the upside, indicating a lot of excitement at FOMO kind of entered the market, loads of Zilliqa hype. That ultimately got quashed as everyone kind of sold off their gains. Those who bought down here were selling off, and then loads of people who were up here suddenly saw the price falling and basically panic sold into the market, which, you know, obviously happens in crypto and happens in anything, because this is the way that charts are designed to trick people, guys. Ultimately, until we're breaking beyond at this point, we're not going to see Zilliqa pushing that much higher. However, looking from swing high down to the swing low, we then look further down into 2022, the possibilities for Zilliqa all the way up at 1.618. 1.618, again, from here, we're looking at another 209%. Now, in terms of when these are going to happen, I know I've given you 3 price targets, and you're probably saying, which one are we looking at really? Well, ultimately, until we see things unfolding, anyone telling you that like Bitcoin's going to do 300,000 this year because of XXX, this is all just complete speculation, guys. You need to look at what's happening in the charts. Every candle has its different message, and we need to see what's going on with them really. So my end of year price target for Zilliqa, bearing in mind not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, this is just what I'm looking at. Always go away and do your own research before investing any of your hard-earned money into the crazy world of crypto, will be the 1.618, which is there at 39 cents. Those people who are saying that Zilliqa could reach $1, it could, you're right, but it could obviously reach $1, guys. I'm not saying it never happened, but that's like huge. That's 709%. Aiming for stuff like that, putting loads of money into it, hoping that you're suddenly going to be able to retire at the end of the year, whatever. Think of kind of this as a longer game, making our kind of shorter term gains and being able to take profits out when things happen, because you can see what happened before. Because I guarantee you guys, you don't want to be the person who's buying in this zone here, right? You want to be accumulating when we're looking at down here. Ultimately, no one seems to watch YouTube and no one pays attention when we're down here because they want to bury their heads in the sand. They don't want to kind of admit to themselves that maybe they've lost a bit of money. I understand, been there. But ultimately, this is where you pay attention, because this is where you can buy. Everyone wants to pay attention when it's up here, but then this is when you get absolutely burned. There's other words for it as well. But right now, things are looking good, guys. We're going to break. Now retesting. You see nice green bullish candle on the weekly. If we're managing to have a weekly close somewhere around where we are at the moment, bearing in mind there's a good 4 or so days left of the week, then we're looking positive. Then we need to be looking to break this high up at 15 cents, and then we play it by ear, guys. Bit by bit, we will be making things back up, because Zilliqa, obviously fantastic project, but lots of people very passionate about Zilliqa. You've only got to go across the communities like Twitter, etc., and you can see that there's a lot of hype and excitement around Zilliqa, but maybe right now, just not quite the time, a little bit early, potentially. As long as we're sitting above 10 cents, and I'm still very, very bullish for Zilliqa. Zilliqa ultimately needs to break above around the 13.3 cents. Then we're going to see more bullish upside for Zilliqa in the shorter term. Guys, if you've enjoyed today's video on the Zilliqa price predictions and a bit of chart analysis, I'm going to throw in some more chart analysis, which I've been using very simple strategies, guys. If you're interested in trading and learning how to trade, which ultimately is a fantastic way to be able to create money from anywhere, and once you learn the skill, then you obviously have the opportunity to develop the skill and benefit from that. Obviously, trading is risky, and lots of people will tell you never to go near trading, but there are lots of people who make fantastic money from trading, and you can do it too if you learn the skills that are necessary to do so. And that's my aim on this channel, to educate you about different cryptos and to teach you some strategies for chart analysis, as well as giving you price predictions. Guys, if you've got some value out of today's Zilliqa video, make sure you smash the like button. It really helps me out more than you know, and thanks very much for that. And if you're new to the channel, want to learn more about crypto and chart trading, then make sure you smash that subscribe button, and I will bring you up-to-date videos every day on different cryptos. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you soon with another video. Bye bye.